Hey, hi guys, Mehdi here from Mehdi's Bushcraft and Self-Reliance. There's one item I haven't found any video of it on YouTube, and I don't really hear people talking about it. It's strange because it's about something everyone has to do once in a while, hopefully at least every 24 hours. And well, sometimes people come to me and say, "Hey, Mary, I have to, where can I do it and how should I do it?" I ask, "What do you mean?" They say, "Well, I've just got to do what? I have to poo." Pardon? I have to poo. Oh, just say that, or use any other expression. Take a shit, extend your spine, give birth to a baby bear, or whatever. Or just say defecate. It's a proper word. We all do it, and well, hopefully we are all potty trained by our mom when we were very young, and she also helped us to go to the real toilet when we grew a little bit older, and she learned us about everything, how to go to the toilet. And from the time on that you could do it on your own, you were left on your own. I mean, well, nobody is showing how he goes to the toilet. You always lock the door. When you're in the woods, you look for a private place. But things are different in the woods. You don't have a toilet like you have at home, but you've still got to. And well, how should you do it? There's no one who will teach you. So I decided to make a short video about it and explain you how you could go to the toilets. And I will show you, but one thing, I won't take my pants off in this video. So stay tuned. Well, guys, when I'm in the woods, I always look for a quiet place where nobody can see me, where I feel safe and secure. And well, you all know that feeling when you go to a public toilet or somewhere. You feel a little bit ashamed when people can hear you. Just a second. Well, I had to stop filming for a second because someone was passing by. Anyway, well, what I was saying is, when you go to a public toilet, you don't feel comfortable when people first can see you, and second, when people can hear you. And there's nothing worse than sitting on a public toilet, and I know that from experience, when it's silent and you think, relax, and then you hear someone coming in and you hold your breath, you hold everything, and you can't do what you wanted to do because you're afraid people hear you. Well, so first look for a calm and quiet place, not near your camp. Go a little bit further on, not near the place where you collect water from, because you may contaminate the water. Well, that's basically it. When you have found that place, you have to dig a hole in the ground for about 1 foot deep or so. That will be enough. And then you're going to sit above the the hole in the ground, and you use that as a toilet. I've seen some people making difficult constructions with wood and rope, etc., to create a toilet where they can sit on. Personally, I say, no, you don't need that. And the majority of the world don't have a toilet, they just have a hole in the ground. And they do that thing, no problem. And I do the same way in the woods. Or when I'm traveling, and for example, if you go to France or you go to Spain or Morocco or in the Far East, you will find those toilets and you have to deal with it. It's not that difficult. I have to put the camera a little bit lower. Yeah, when most people try to sit, they sit like this, and they're balancing on this part of the foot. Very uncomfortable. Now you have to put your feet flat to the ground, and just lean a little bit forward. Put your arms here, and you can spend 30 minutes if you want to. This is always also the way that you see the people in primitive tribes sit around the campfire preparing their food, etc. They're used to. I would recommend to get used to this as well, because it's very comfortable. My feet are flat on the ground, as I said, leaning a little bit forwards, putting my arms here, and I can't fall. And if I turn around, you can see I'm very close to the ground or to the hole, so no problem. And this is the most natural way to defecate. Well, what do I bring with me? I've always got this little bag, and I never forget it. First of all, there's a very small foldable shovel to dig my hole. If you don't have a shovel, you can use a stick or something. Secondly, I've got my toilet paper. You can also use paper tissues. I always keep it in a plastic bag because I don't want it to get wet. When it's wet, you can throw it away. Be sure your toilet paper is biodegradable. Then, when I have finished, I take my toilet paper, and if you haven't toilet paper or tissue, you can look for big leaves, not nettle leaves of course, or with thorns or something on it, but nice leaves, or you can even use a stone, and you clean your behind with your left hand. And why using your left hand? Because you use your right hand to eat with. This is for the clean stuff, and this is for the dirty stuff. Keeping both apart will help you in primitive circumstances. You can reach from here or from behind. Easy, do it your way. Then afterwards, I have moist toilet tissues. These are very cheap but biodegradable, which is very important because you don't want to leave any trace. Instead, I sometimes take a small Coke bottle or other plastic bottle with me that I only use for the toilet, and I can wash my behind. And the reason why I want to wash it or use moist tissues is because hygiene is very important. But put the cam up so you can see me when I talk. Hygiene is very important, especially if you have to stay 2 or more days in the woods. If you don't clean yourself properly, well, you will feel dirty. It will smell. You might attract insects even, and flies. And to get when it's warm and you get a little bit sweaty, then altogether it gets itchy. And it's one thing I heard someone saying: an itchy ass in the evening is a smelly finger in the morning. I think it's true, or might be true. So better clean your behind. Oh, one advantage of sitting like this is that you really spread your buttocks, so the dirt is not spread around. Only a little part you have to clean, which makes it very simple. And then at the end, I love to wash my hands with soap and water, or I use this hand wash gel, which will kill all the bacteria. That's all. No, one more thing to say. When you're done, you cover the hole so no other animals will come after it, and you won't attract insects and flies. And to prevent that someone else will be digging at the same place within the first 24 hours or so, you take 2 sticks and use this for an example, and you put them crosswise on the place where you have made your hole. That should be a sign for the other people in your camp or around that they shouldn't dig on that place. After a few days, it's no problem anymore. Everything will be gone. But in the first few days, you don't want to dig in someone else's shit, of course. And well, that's mainly it. I'm sorry guys that I had to do this shitty stuff making this video, but someone had to do it, and answering most of the questions that so many people have. And I would say, please comment, please subscribe, and well, that's all I have to say. Peace.